What is up, everyone? Oh, crap. Hold up. Literally, I'm just doing it right now. Literally right now. My brother just got caught on stream. That was kind of funny. Oh well. Anyway. Am I really the only one here? Is there anyone else here? Well, I'm gonna wait until there's more people here, then I'll start the stream. Well, the stream has started, but I mean start the gameplay. That was too funny. That was too funny. Once again, I'm just waiting for a few more people to show up in the stream, and yeah, we'll start. We'll start after that. Oh my god, they are so loud. Once again, I'm just waiting for more people to show up, and we will begin shortly after that. There is no one here. All that people know on Discord. I still only see like, well, okay, now we have 3 people. I don't know. I got used to seeing multiple people on stream that for a second I'm like, wait, there's only one person. I mean, well, yeah, there's only one person. Alright then guys, once again, I will begin the stream shortly. I'm just waiting for a few more people to show up, and then we'll start. But yeah, for now, be a little patient. I want to wait until there's at least 6 people in the stream. Once there's 6 people, I will start. For those of you that don't know, I will also be revealing who I believe is the culprit for killing Chihiro. I'll do it once we have 6 people in the stream, and once we do, I'll begin the game, and then I will reveal who is the one, who I believe is the one that killed Chihiro. And that's what I'm going to base my standings on. So far I have pretty much enough evidence to go by it, based on what I see. Yeah, I have all my notes on my phone, by the way. So, I'm going to. If you see me looking down at my phone a lot, it's because I pretty much typed all the evidence on my phone. No use in killing trees, right? Juvia, Danny, thanks for being in the chat. All right, that is 4 people. We still need 2 more people. Once we get 2 more people, we'll begin. Once again, we need 2. Well, now we need 3 more people again. Once again, I need at least 6 people in the chat in order for me to start streaming. I want at the very least 6 people. If we can get 6 people in the chat, we will begin. So yeah, if you leave and something happens without you, you have nobody but you got no one else to blame but yourself at that point. Because you could have stayed and made the stream go a lot quicker and you wouldn't have missed anything. But if you decide to leave, once again, therefore, that is your fault. So, again, we only have 3 people. I'ma just sit back, wait patiently. Hopefully we can get 3 more people before it gets too late. That worked. Well, here's the thing. Hopefully this only lasts 2 hours. So, if you only stay for 2 hours, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Stay as long as you like. The fact that you're dropping by here is enough. But I'm just saying, for me to start, I just need 6 people in total. To get me to start this, I just need 6. That's it. That's all I need. If we go lower than 6 throughout the stream, that's fine. It is what it is. It's just starting wise. Alright, we got 4 people in the chat. Can we get 2 more? For those of you that don't know yet and are wondering, in the past few days I went through a lot of investigating, going through a lot of clues, trying to piece every clue I can on my notes. And after it took me I'm not gonna lie, it took me quite a while, but I'm pretty sure I figured out who exactly the murderer is. I am down to 1 suspect. I am so confident that I'm 90 to 100% sure it's this person. I could be wrong though. How can I say? Well, here's the thing. In most games, it's not I will admit, this is a game I've personally never played myself. I'm not used to these kind of games. I'm not used to these kind of games also. Hell, I have never even played visual novel games. But I will admit, it's very interesting and by far one of the most difficult games I've ever played. Oh, the bullet minigame? I mean, Juvia, after I did it the last time, I kind of figure out what, like, I know how to beat it. It's just, it's really hand-eye coordination, and it's really freaking difficult. So, you know, it's going to be tough. But I feel like I can still get it down. No problem. Okay, we still have 4 people. Come on. 2 more people. 2 more people and we will begin the stream. We just need 2 more people, guys. So yeah, so far, yeah, honestly, when I think about it, the only thing I'm worried about is any new content they'll add to the trial. Unless we know everything we need to know about the trial, like gameplay wise, then we're good. But if they add some new feature, then that's gonna trip me up. But yeah, as for the trials, I feel like the only thing that's gonna give me some real difficult is the bullet mini. Yeah, the bullet mini game is tedious for me. That is really tedious. Now we have 3 people in the chat. Once again, guys, I'm not starting the stream until I get 6 people in total. If you leave, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Okay, we got 1. Okay, 2 more again. I guess I can do a very quick synopsis. Well, if you don't know anything regarding this game, it's pretty much this. A bunch of very promising students that are known as ultimates have been kept captive inside this campus that was believed to be a campus on the surface, but in reality it's actually a prison for these students. Some thing or entity or person speaking through some half psycho innocent looking bear known as Monokuma is pretty much the mastermind at this point, who we believe is the one keeping all these kids captive, and what he wants is to keep them in prison here forever. And the other thing he wants is to see these kids kill each other, because the only way you'll be set free is if you kill someone, and if you kill someone you are considered a blackened. Once you're considered a blackened, you have to keep that a secret from everyone until graduation day, and the only way you'll graduate is if you go through a trial. Once you go through that trial, if people uncover that you are the blackened, then you'll be the one that's punished and killed for it. Therefore, you did not graduate. You failed on concealing your tracks. But if people try to find you out and they couldn't know, and they didn't find out it was you, then they all die because they couldn't figure out who it was, and you get to walk away scot-free. Pretty much. So yeah. Pretty interesting game, pretty interesting topic. Okay, we got 5 people in the stream. We need one more. By the way, I have one question, guys. How's the audio in this? Is the audio fine? Do I sound fine? Does the music sound fine from the game? Does the audio sound fine from the game? Let me know if audio-wise everything is good and visually everything is good. Let me know in the chat. Okay, right? Once again, we have 5 people. We got 5 people. We need one more. If we can get one more, we're good to go. We're in the green. Sakura is the best character in the... No, she is not! She is weird. Well, she's not weird. She's just crazy buff. But really, she scares the heck out of me. Okay, so Juvia tells me everything sounds fine. Okay, so audio-wise, it's clear. Good to go. Okay, that's what I want to see. Perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much a short synopsis about it. If you guys want to give Danny more detail regarding the game, you can let him know in the chat also. That way he becomes more informed. Okay, we have 5 people. We just need one more, bro. We just need one more person. Come on, just one more person and we can begin. I feel like the only one we're missing is Danny. Not Danny. Cody. Because I know he comes off of work and I want to make sure he catches the stream. So, if anything, I feel like we're only waiting on Cody. I could be wrong, though. Juvia, her being the best character is still debatable. For me, the best character... Ugh. Because I know who it is and what led me to believe who was the culprit, I can't even call her waifu anymore. Cause I can't even call her that. Cody. Have I ever seen Fate Stay Night? No, I've never seen Fate Stay Night. I have seen the halfway point of Fate Zero. I will say this though. I will catch up. I will get back on the Fate series at a later time. But yeah, don't worry, we will get to it. But I will tell you this. Kiritsu Gaia? Kiritsu, forgot his name. But the guy that uses a lot of guns, I like him in the series. But I don't like Saber. I hate Saber. I know some people are probably going to get triggered, but fuck Saber. I'm sorry, but I don't like Saber. That's just... If you want to find out why I don't like Saber, just wait until I re-upload those episodes. You'll see why I don't like Saber. A lot of people hated on me for disliking Saber, but here's the thing. I like who I like and I dislike who I dislike. It is what it is. But anyway, Juvia said we can start without him. Okay, so we're not... Oh, in that case, I guess we can start. Because I feel like Cody's going to be here soon. So, I guess I don't mind starting. So yeah, let's get started. For those of you that don't know... oh no, I'm stupid. When Cody comes in, before I say this, make sure... Let Cody know who I believe is the suspect. And know right now that you're seeing proof right now that I said it before the trial started. So okay. Before we hit okay, before we get to loading the game, who I believe is the one that killed Chihiro is Mundo. I believe Mundo is the one that killed Chihiro. And I can go in like hours, minutes long saying how I believe he killed her. Then it's better for you guys to watch the trial and see for yourself. But yeah, let's start. Whew, let's get started, guys. Here we go. So, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone? Yo, Toko's not here. And Toko is... Really, bro? You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? Ha ha ha, I get it, nut job. There's two ways to look at that word. Okay, I'm gonna chill. That was a bit inappropriate. I'll chill. She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here. Kicking and screaming just one moment, please. And just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Yeesh. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Whew, so now everyone's here, right? Don't think with your pee-pee. Hey, guys, I mean, it's factual. If you're in this life or death game and a girl is coming onto you way too nicely, she's up to something. It's always... It's pretty close to 100% of the case. Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Hey, Juvia. It's only not family friendly when I give it away. But it's not like anyone could see through the lines that easily anyway. You really have to be of age to know what I meant by that one phrase I said. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Yeah, I know it's you, motherfucker. I know it's you.
It's true.
I gave a small nod in reply. With that last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. And as soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Really, buddy? I know who did it. The steel box sank with heavy, clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. We're all present! What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please, find your assigned seats, and let's begin this trial. I'm ready to get this started, man. I'm ready. And so the curtain opened once again, and a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yeah, I'll save. I already prepared for this. Let's set some skills. We already have that equipped. We don't really have any new skills, do we? That sucks. Well, it's fine. We'll go with what we got. Yes, we got everything we need right here. And I'll tell you this one thing, guys. Whatchamacallit? The main thing, the main clue. Well, there's two main clues, but one of them for sure. Where is it? It's definitely this. And this are the main clues to the trial. I will say that. These are what ultimately led me to believe on what I believe on who I believe is the culprit. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
That's simple enough. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. That's easy. Site jack, cast fail, library, desk lamp, locker room, dumbbell. Oh, I already know who it is.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Nope. What the?
Interesting.
Damn it! What the?
That certainly would
The button delayed! What the hell? Hold up. Hold up. What the hell, game? I pressed the button. Hold up.
The Monokuma file. What kind of blunt instrument?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
That's the one. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. It wasn't a pipe, it was a dumbbell.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Well, yeah, you have to investigate the body to figure out how exactly the injury was inflicted.
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Now this is the 10% that I was missing. There was something that was still off when in the crime scene. The blood, the message written in blood, and the way Chihiro was murdered, the way the crime scene was set up. That's what kind of led me astray. But I'm sure hopefully I can figure that 10% out in the trial. But I have a faint idea.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yeah, that's what I almost believed at first. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been... God damn it! Would you like to hear more? Sure. For these debates, lines of white noises will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. So, think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there is a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which can use to shut down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So be careful and aim when you're with your silencer out. Oh, and if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, forget about the silencer and just focus the situation in front of you. God damn it. I didn't pick gentle. It said attach the silencer with A.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
So that's how you do it.
Closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof.
That's wrong. Damn it!
Hey, so...
Ah, that stupid word got in the way!
I don't know who that is.
First of all, that's
the culprit
wrong.
is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed.
Oops.
As far as I'm concerned.
That was.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
There is proof. Did you forget the... Oh, well, only me and Byakuya know about the case files.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
Oh, yeah. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
It's because of the case files that was found in the archives room when me and Byakuya went to investigate.
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Yeah, we don't want unnecessary taglines coming on our heads whenever you leave here, and next thing you know unnecessary things.
It outlines
that could lead to trailback.
Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
One of them is the bloody message, and the other is the way he hangs them.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Bloodlust, you sick fuck.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Yeah, calm down, buddy.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
We already know about that. Not that.
I got it!
How it's
Apparently,
the crucifix.
In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
He's suspecting that Genocide Jack did it himself.
It's because the culprit in this case
is
the real Genocide
That's what he's
Jack.
been trying to get everyone to believe for the longest time.
No fucking way!
Can you watch your mouth? Jesus Christ!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
That's where I'm going to have to say it is because of how she verbally said it in our last playthrough.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What?
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
You gotta figure it out, buddy. There is a riddle, actually. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does that mean? In the case file reports, it said that Genocide Jack suffered from dissociative identity disorder, and for short, DID. I looked it up when I was investigating the file. When I was investigating, looking through my notes, what does dissociative identity disorder meant? I actually Googled it, and one of the things it said is multiple personality disorders to conflict with some kind of trauma-like event. So I'm not sure whether Toko suffered a trauma-like event, but I do know that that's one of the things that was mentioned in the case file when we went to the archive rooms, me and Byakuya. Oh shoot, these things. That wasn't it. Supposed to be the one. What am I missing? Or is it these that I'm missing? Oh my god. What am I missing? That's it. Okay, now I get it. Oops, that hurt me. What am I looking for here? That's what it is. Wait, is it? Sheath. That makes no sense. Isn't it either? Okay, that's definitely hurting me. Chizio. Is it an O? I don't even know what that word means. That isn't it.
Now I understand.
That was a guess, to be honest with you.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Yeah, yeah, you did tell me. You have to hit the ones and you have to hit it multiple times. Split personality.
Huh?
How far are we? We're not that far in. We're still in the earlier stages of it. Schizophrenia. Okay, see that I would have understood. Then again, that would have been harder to spell out. But yeah, I understand the word, but like that came up as confusing.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it?
Like I said,
Dissociative identity disorder.
What I said earlier, DID.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is
perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed, her rival.
I got it!
Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up,
she acted differently. Whoa, dead. Oh, dead body, dead body. Hey, are you dead? And then she started laughing maniacally. She must have hit her head real hard when she faded. Yeah, I remember that. The world in front and a back. On top, inning, and a bottom. A sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
One heart left. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happens when the one heart goes away. Hopefully there's a way to recover it.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Dissociative identity disorder.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
It's not that she was scared of Genocide Jack. She's scared of others finding out she's Genocide Jack, or also trying to keep Genocide Jack from emerging. That's not... She wasn't afraid of him. Or in this case, her. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
Right? He does come off as smug. The reason she locked herself in her room was, yeah, we already saw that.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Exactly.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
Well, she kind of revealed it when we tried to go to her room and she wouldn't let us in.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just
I swear, Aoi is kind of stupid. Not even gonna lie.
I had a strange conversation.
Don't worry about it, Cody. I personally don't care about people who dislike.
She told me a most interesting story.
That still helps my channel, to be honest with you. I don't know why they dislike when it helps me more than anything.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Yep.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
Is it?
Said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Proof confirmed. She is Genocide Jack. She just confirmed it.
What?
Because she has a split personality. One of the personality is Toko. The other is Genocide Jack.
I can't believe you lied.
Lied? What?
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Ouch! Bro! That's kind of savage! Bro, that's kind of messed up! Wow!
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Damn! That was kind of harsh, Byakuya. Even for you.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. See? Look. But don't worry, never again. Here's the thing. She says that she broke her promise, but you even said it yourself, Byakuya. It's a split personality, meaning when one personality takes over, the other one is remain dormanted. Therefore, there is a flaw in your speculation. When she said, don't worry, I never again, she is believed that she did it, but it's because of that, and after I went through some of the evidence, I saw something. You'll see it when I get to that point. You'll see it when I get to that point.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Wow, and you actually believed it? Come on, Toko, you can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it. But...
Here's the thing, she doesn't even know if she really did it or not. Once again, her personality was subconscious when Genocide Jack takes over. Once again, she really doesn't know for sure.
What a disappointment.
Ouch.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
What? Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... What? Oh God!
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh God. Is this Genocide? Yeah! But wait, it says Genocide Jill.
What the heck?
Yeah, she...
So you figured it out, huh?
The personality
Well,
took over.
What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
I was about to say...
This? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So
Pretty much.
What happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh God, dude, this one's... yep, she is definitely crazy.
She's so intense.
Right?
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Vastly.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a frontal...
Honestly, she got the whole Venom tongue going, if you guys know what I'm talking about. She got the Venom tongue.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Girl's crazy. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane!
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
I like how she tries to look innocent right here with the tongue, with that massive tongue hanging down her mouth. What the fuck?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation.
Yeah, that was speculated.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Wait,
Just
what?
kidding!
I was about to say... Wait, so she is the one in control of this courtroom? Because if that's the case, we're screwed.
Then it's not true?
Hey, I'm just saying, her tongue and the way she acts is weird. She got the Venom tongue going.
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing.
You're no
police
different
and
yourself,
government and society in the outside
except you're more
world are
controlled.
totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure,
I can't deny him of that.
But life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
That wasn't even funny. That was just weird.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I almost thought that too, but there's something that's still amiss.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light,
So,
Toko's life
random
would have
question,
undoubtedly
whether
been
it was
forever ruined.
Toko or Jill who specifically got invited to Hope's Peaks. Cody, to answer that question, maybe both got invited. But I feel like Monokuma wanted Jill, not Toko.
So she had
if I had to
very
pick
clear
one.
motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
That is a convincing argument.
Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Alright, okay. Because of what I was worried. I was scared for like a brief second. Because I was worried maybe my hypothesis may have not been right. But because of what she said, I could be right. I could be right on my prediction still. There's still hope for my prediction. Because I was worried. I almost like kind of thought in the back of my head, maybe she... No, that would have been too easy.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Alright, here we go. Are we still gonna see those stupid purple things?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
What proof do we need?
That is wrong.
Give it up. You killed her.
Nope. There was an issue. You said their MMOs were all the same, but this one was different. Remember, she was killed with the blunt object, the dumbbell. Therefore, my good man, that is wrong. That was wrong.
But I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps
I need to make
if
sure
you
I
had
get
an
the right
alibi,
timing.
that would
Jesus
change
Christ.
things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
Trying to get some heart back.
Compare your past murders to this incident. The modus operandi matches completely.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
Yeah, look
I'm
at
not so sure about
look
that.
at the crime scene and the status of the body.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
First of all, in this case, they were all stabbed with scissors or razor objects. This one, the killing blow was the dumbbell, straight to the head.
How's it any different?
Bro, come on, man, you can't be that stupid.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
See?
I murder with passion and conviction.
Well, I don't know about that.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
I don't even know what are those meals.
This is
I've never
no
tried those
creation of
before.
mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Please.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it!
That's what it was.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Hifumi, I swear to God, you're so slow. You are so fucking
Strange for
slow,
someone
bro.
who kills the same
You
way without
literally
fail
just recite
to
everything he
suddenly change
says.
their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Really, it's... like, it's so weird.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. What was used to suspend her when she was suspended, how the body was posed. What was used to suspend her.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
The scissors themselves. This time it was using the extension cord found in found in the library's archives, which is missing.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrist.
It's an extension cord. Look at the end of the cord.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Yep. Like I said,
Specifically,
scissors.
Pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
Oh my god, this one's crazy.
Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? What the fuck?
Big Mac?
You mean Makoto?
Are you referring to me?
It's about to say.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
I think I know what she's talking about. Just because she said lolly girl, that made me think for a moment. Girl. There was a pattern surrounding Genocide Jack victims and Chihiro didn't fit it. The pattern... They were never friends. They were never lovers. Because Chihiro was a girl. That seems... Okay then, I was right. I didn't know that part.
Chihiro
Well,
was a girl?
thinking it over, the victims of Genocide Jack, or in this case, Genocide Jill, they are all guys. And Chihiro is presumingly a girl currently in the case.
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all guys. Yeah, you see the names there? Not one girl.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
She's crazy. I wouldn't be stuck in a school with this nutcase. My goodness.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I kind of wish she did get killed off, because she scares me. Not even gonna lie.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
You're crazy. That's all you are.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Pretty much.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
Yep.
But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Yep.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
Lowly cur?
Yeah, what the hell?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Facts. True. That's also what I also thought the same thing. It was too obvious.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
And we saw how the dumbbell looked like. That thing would look. Before I continue, look at this thing. You see the bars on it? Toko Genocide Jill would no way in hell be strong enough to carry this and be able to swing it over Chihiro's head. She'd be moving way too slow. So, honestly, she doesn't have the strength to carry. No ordinary person can carry this weight. It's too massive. So yeah. That's also what made me believe she didn't do it.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors.
just said it, buddy.
I only use my
She only uses her own special
envy of
scissors.
the entire world. Scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What? Oh God! She is armed! Okay, we're in trouble. Even if we solve this case, what's gonna stop this one? She's just said she doesn't care about survival. After this case is over, I'm worried about this one. She's going to come after us just for kicks.
She's fully equipped.
Unless Toko can suppress this personality long enough to escape.
That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
This also proves it even further.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Hey, look, guys. White bearded Taka is back.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Well, she didn't say that she doesn't care about survival, just that she wouldn't kill. I mean, I just assume she didn't care if it means her life is on the line. That she would risk it. Hold up. Actually, hold on. There is one person. There is someone. One person who could copy Genocide Jack cases. I already had a suspicion on who this was. And this is who I suspected in the beginning. And the only reason I would choose this person is because they've been in the library for so many times and dug through so many of the genocide. The first person to discover the Genocide Jack cases was actually this motherfucker.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Yep.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Yep, he sure did.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
It looks that way, but there's still something off.
Then, the reason you pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
For once again, I will present this one last time, for those of you that missed early on in the stream. The key to this case, for me anyway, was the dumbbell and... where is it? This. The posters being switched. This... and the dumbbell were the hard keys to all of this, in my opinion. That's what led me to my belief.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
He rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Calm down, you psycho thirsty thought.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
It does look like it. You do look very suspicious right
Then
now.
I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
But for once again, for those that missed the stream early on, I don't believe it's Byakuya. Who I believe killed Chihiro is actually Mundo. We'll get to that reason why.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Yeah, that's the little problem with the plan. Because before the announcement that someone was killed, or before it was discovered that it was Chihiro, you immediately went to the girls' locker room first. That was the first thing you went to before ever finding out it was Chihiro. Don't think I didn't pick that up.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right?
What'd I just say?
Since you're
Called it!
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Yep, there is.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I don't know why, but when he said share with the rest of the class, I just immediately thought like, I thought of high school for a second. I don't know why. When he said that, I legitimately thought of high school for a brief second. That was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. To make it, I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been... Come on, dude, you're killing me! Next, we add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold the Y button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have an answer to the lie or the contradiction in your truth bullet, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot to use to make your case. When's the time to flashback, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun. Monokuma file number 2. This is where it becomes interesting.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yes.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's
Bro.
a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
That's...
So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
Okay.
There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
There is something wrong about that. Okay, I got it. Hopefully
you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we...
That's what it was! Before we found the body. Before we found the body, like I said, he went to the girls' locker room before ever it being announced that Chihiro was the victim. Before knowing it was a girl. Caught you.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
What the? No! That's not what I meant to do! Damn it! Hold up! That was an accident. That was an accident.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yes.
He was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
This is it. Called it! That's wrong!
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Whoops. Sorry guys, my controller disconnected for a second.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Exactly.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
No, because how would you have known?
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's? Yeah, yeah. It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already,
yeah, he's very confident in himself.
There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it.
Think it over, positive. Think it over, buddy. There is.
We just talked about the
technically
differences
I'm
between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
That? No. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? It's the library desk lamp. Yes. Like I said before, early on, the extension cord.
You want me to explain it again? When I was
Shit! That was an accident! That was an accident!
And I used those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Fucking liar, you've seen it before! And it's not a rope, it's an extension cord. You've seen it before. You used it when you were in the library to use the lamp to read your books.
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
You've seen it before, buddy.
Because, you see, that rope
is an extension cord.
Say, that extension cord?
Called it.
What? An extension cord?
Bro, if you look at it carefully, it's an extension cord. Yup.
Byakuya, you've used
what
the
I
extension
say.
cord in the
What I
library
say.
more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time?
This is where it made me kind of... This is where the 10% came from for me, guys. This is what made me really believe that it was him. But then, after looking it over and over, there's something that bothered me. He really thought that the... Okay, I'll get to it in a bit. We'll get to that point. But I will say, this is what almost convinced me that Byakuya was the culprit. So I looked into it further.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
True.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
I thought that, yeah, that's very true.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
You did...
I intentionally made it look like Genocide
like I said,
Jack was behind it.
Not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he didn't do it. I'm pretty sure who it is. But I know one thing for sure.
Is that about right?
And once again, I'll get to it. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Okay.
He kept calling this a game,
just
right?
shut up and sit down,
totally
psycho.
do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
Okay. This just increased my chances of being correct to 95%. Before it was a 90 to 100%. Now it's 95 to 100% sure that I know the killer is Mundo. This increased my rate even more. Just because Makoto hesitated.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Yep, we do.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Juvia, can you please calm down with the manly bonds? You're starting to creep me out, girl.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
He's really trying to... It's like he's trying to force an answer out of me. Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remarks just now. There's something in that concerns me. The scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that?
When I saw the scene of the crime...
The murder took place somewhere else?
Yo, I think I'm right about this. Holy... Could I actually be right? Holy crap! I told you! The key things that made me believe that it was such and such person was the dumbbell and the posters looking like they were swapped. Those were the huge key factors for me. Could I just be right?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Bro, kiss my ass. I'm sick and tired of your BS remarks.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could
look at the scene of the crime
have been anywhere else?
Look, did you even bother looking around the room?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Yep.
The rest of the murder scene?
Yep.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
The posters being swapped.
I believe I do.
That's what I believed happened. Hey, Byakuya. Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Simple.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that show the murder took place somewhere else. I need to just focus on that. Here it is. This is it.
I got it.
Yes!
The proof that
holy
she was killed
crap!
Somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Oh man.
Your proof is some posters?
Bro, look at the posters carefully.
The poster in the girls' locker room was
a fake model.
A picture of a big boobed supermodel.
Close enough.
But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Yeah, why would that be in the girls' locker room? That's something that you would think would be in the boys' locker room. And in the boys' locker room, there's a boy band that you would think would actually be in the girls' locker room. Cause, well, that's what girls nowadays are into. Anyway.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Oh my god. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Okay, Psycho.
The boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again,
I didn't know the boy band's name, but yeah.
Belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
It wasn't just the posters. Cause we're gonna get to that in a bit. Sakura, I need you to come in for a moment.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
Yup.
You're referring to my protein coffee.
Well, I didn't know if it was protein, but yeah, the coffee stain. The coffee stain is in the boys' locker room when she said she spilled it in the girls' locker room. And in the girls' locker room, she said it was completely clean. A coffee stain doesn't go away that easily. Not to mention, there's just so happens to be a coffee stain on the in the boys' locker room. Obviously, it was switched. That's the girls' carpet.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. The stain was moved. There it is.
I got it.
Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good.
It wasn't scrubbed away.
I mean, I did better on the truth bullet debate. I missed a few things here or there, but that wasn't my fault. That's because the button lagged, which I call button issue.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
Yep.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yep.
But why would anyone do that?
Because the crime scene happened in the boys' locker room.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly...
Oops. My bad. I accidentally pushed the button.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime,
you had to switch what was in the crime scene from one room to the other. And since the scene ended up in the girls' locker room, it's made to believe that the actual crime happened in the boys' locker room.
The blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
You're about to find out.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
We're about to get to that part.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh yeah?
I highly
Are you finally gonna be smart for once? Even though we'll see.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Oh yeah? Speak then. Is it right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Alright, here we go! I've been doing good so far, come on. We already discussed the poster. Boys' locker room carpet. We discussed that.
Is it really possible?
Yep. It was...
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room?
Oh shoot! That was an accident!
I got it!
I meant to press the A button.
She hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
How can an e-book be
I
hacked?
don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's hair.
No.
Of course.
No. That was...
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
No, let's try. I didn't mean to hold the button. Because that was already wrong.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked her. She was the ult. I'm sure that would have...
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
His was already broken.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
I didn't mean to highlight it. I did not mean to highlight that, by the way. That was on accident. Well, it's okay. We still got 3 hearts. That was on accident, by the way. That was on accident. I accidentally held the button.
Into the boys' locker room somehow.
I got it.
Well, this gives us more points.
Hacked her e-handbook.
You can't hack that.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
I don't know about hacking that
sure
device.
That would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yup.
No,
that's wrong. Reasons why, because it's broken. It was found broken.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Plus, here's the thing. If she were to hack it, that would... I think Monokuma would have picked it up because that's... Well, yeah, it came from him. If she hacked it, it would have picked it up and he would have noticed that she was hacking it and she would have been punished. I don't think Chihiro would have done something like that and risk her survival. So no, I don't believe it was hacked.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
What'd I say?
Oh. Well then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
And I thought you were actually gonna come up with something good.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
It's this guy.
Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Well, we kind of find the loophole to that when Byakuya and myself were talking to Monokuma when he came out of nowhere. So,
actually, the rule states that
there's a little loophole there.
It says nothing about borrowing one.
And what does it matter when Leon is dead?
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yep.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Monokuma would have noticed and then she would have been punished. Nope.
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
What'd I say? She would have been caught.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
Nope, keep paying attention.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it? Then Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it. Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
She finally speaks her mind. She was very quiet through this trial.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Oh, yeah?
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial?
A break?
I'd like you all to come see something.
This is different.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Sorry guys, if you see me looking down my phone a lot, once again, I'm going through my notes.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
This bear is scary, bro.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Sure. A little break, huh? Man, I need some water. So before I knew it, before I knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was the crime scene, the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Missy? This guy.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Oh, is this how we find out? Okay, interesting. I didn't think it would happen this way. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Yeah, this is how we're gonna find out.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Bro, keep it in your pants, buddy. Seriously, you're like thirsty 24/7.
No way,
Calm
no way,
down.
No way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant, I agree.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Well, that's a belief.
Very well. I'll do it.
True, makes sense.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
It makes more sense if a girl and a girl... It makes more sense if a girl touches another girl's body.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Yep.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Can you shut the hell up? Oh my god, I'm sick of you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay clear of this freak show.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
Did she tuck her? Is that what she just touched? Because that'd be really awkward. Holy crap, I think she's going Super Saiyan.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
She discovered that she is actually a guy. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
Is what?
Is
a boy! And ladies and gentlemen, it's a boy. For those of you that thought of her as waifu, I'm in the same boat as you. It was an actual trap. Oh, you can't imagine how heartbroken I felt when I found that out. I'm like, really? She's a trap? God damn! She was a damn trap the whole time, bro. And remember, you can go back in my old playthroughs. I called her waifu, and that killed me. Oh.
Ah, I see. So she was
actually yes.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
Yep.
You're joking, right?
Go ahead and check yourself, buddy.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Yep.
Chihiro was a guy?
Yep. That would explain how she entered the boys' locker room. How the crime scene happened in the boys and moved over to the girls.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
You have no idea how hard I laughed when you called her a what? Bro, how do you think I felt, man? When I was investigating on my own time, putting all the clues together, and then I really stumbled upon one fatal thing. The poster that was moved, the carpet, and then why did Chihiro never wanted to associate or exercise with the girls in the girls' locker room, and also why was Chihiro exercising in private? Why? It's simple. I always thought she was shy, but after digging into it further, and the posters being swapped, it all correlated with one each other. They all linked together. The reason why is because it happened in the boys' locker room. And it happened in the boys' locker room, and she can go into it because she's a boy. And if it was like a guy and a girl going in there, like Monokuma said previously, that damn gun up there would have been Pachoo, motherfudger, Pachoo. So yeah. No, Juvia, no.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Calm yourself, you thirsty psycho thoughts! God damn!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
That actually confirmed my suspicions now.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yeah, I can't believe she was a boy, bro. Ugh. You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
If it has the family jewels, and if it has the wank wank wank, then it's a boy. No matter how you slice it. To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Juvia. Yeah, for those of you who... Wait! I am a girl, so... Okay. Let me take Chihiro from your harem and put him into mine. Juvia! You know what? Man... Juvia, you're starting to piss me off, I'm not even gonna lie.
He would have had no problem gaining access to
she was actually waifu before, and now she's... I was tricked, bro. I was... Oh. I really wish I was wrong about that. My suspicions are confirmed, but I really wish I was wrong. Man, dude. Anyway, yeah, I just read that.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes.
That would explain how he entered the boys' locker room.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
It was a boy.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Nope.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
And Byakuya didn't know that, which literally is the reason why I wasn't directly putting him as my #1 suspect. He would have not known this, and it turns out he didn't know. He was even caught off guard, as Makoto said.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yep.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Oh my god! Bro! Please tell me you didn't touch the family jewels. If you touched the family jewels, I feel sorry for you. I'm just hoping he just touched Chihiro's chest. If that's the case, I don't feel... it's not that bad. But if you touch the... oh my... damn! Oh my god, that is so bad. Oh my god, bro.
This is the most titillating situation!
Okay, calm down.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Is
he?
Interesting. This
Are
has
you?
become very interesting indeed.
Are you the killer?
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya
This is the turning point for me.
Look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Confirmed! We knocked out Toko. We knocked out Byakuya. Yup! We know. Yup. It is who it is. And if that's the case, this guys, this is where I call checkmate.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yeah. So what I miss? I still have a couple minutes before my shift starts. I'm busy playing, so someone inform Danny. Okay?
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
Because it didn't.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
He did too much.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Which it kind of did, but there was still some sloppiness.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
It did.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but...
You're not him, right?
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
So... Are you confirming that you're not him?
Correct.
You're not the culprit?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Awesome.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Wait, what? I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to... So you're telling me you found the body in the girls' locker room, and when you went in there, you discovered it. And when you discovered it, you altered it. But here's my question though. You said you just so happened to discover it in the girls' locker room. You don't just happen to go to the girls' locker room. But when you did discover it, you decided to alter it. Why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
Why did you decide to alter?
F effing with you right
Hey! He used the word
telling you the
effing too! I do that too.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
It's not him.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now.
No, that kind of does matter.
Is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Why? I kind of want to know why he did it.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
We're about to find out.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Girl's smart.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Yeah, that's worth talking a bit longer for.
That's true.
Don't half-ass anything.
I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Wow. And you were saying it was... Okay, whatever, bro.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
I don't know. You kind of seem like you play follow the leader a lot.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Duh.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Right. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can't be sure that we know about the killer. There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer is Genocide Jack. No. The killer is a guy. Yes! It is a guy.
I got it.
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would only need a boys' handbook to get in. True. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Here we go! Next round. Make your argument. Slam disappearing stains.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if
well, I
someone
don't know
saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Duh.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong. There was one other person that saw Chihiro.
Game over, man. Game over.
No.
No, not game over.
Nope, I know. No, the other person that got to see Chihiro before her murder took place was Celeste. She saw her in the dormitory closet.
Isn't there a single
Celeste's
clue
account.
that might lead us to who did it?
Celeste's account. Yep.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yep.
Even that might be enough.
This was the biggest clue too. What she said.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Nope, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong, sir!
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
I believe someone else did see the victim before the murder. Yep. She saw Chihiro before he went off into the boys' locker room. That's when it happened. She saw Celeste saw Chihiro before all of that took place.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
This girl.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before night.
The warehouse, that's what it was called.
I saw Chihiro.
The dormitory warehouse. I thought it was a closet or something. No, it was a warehouse.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Yep.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any
He disposed of it.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. Why was she in a hurry? Or, why was he in a hurry?
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
And if Chihiro was going to meet this other person in the boys' locker room, only that person would know that Chihiro was in fact a boy. They would know about that. But I don't believe Chihiro would tell anyone. Chihiro would tell the one person he was close to. And that one person was Mundo.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Because he was a boy.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
I swear, whenever it has to do with guy on guy, she opens her mouth. Or, like of the same sex, she literally opens her mouth. Calm down, you bloody thought.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No,
I already know who.
You already have what you need to make the
Think
connection.
about it. Who would Chihiro trust out of everyone in this group? The guy sweating at the corner right there. Look at Mundo. He's sweating.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Yep.
Seriously?
It's obvious now.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
That is a stretch.
You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
You're just
As
kids.
was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
The stuffed bag and the jacket.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and
Let's.
talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's tracksuit really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Here we go. I love this part of the trial. This is actually one of my favorites. Disappearing Celesti's account of this lamp. Disappearing stain. This might be a tricky one.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yes,
He was on his way to go exercise.
that is correct.
So next we have to ask,
Okay.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
Specific
What
tracksuit.
do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Yeah, that was never mentioned.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have
Mundo,
a
you're a fucking idiot.
This exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I just have to say this. Mundo, you gone dong goofed. It never when Celeste was giving her alibi about her seeing Chihiro, she never mentioned a specific color. You messed up. Bro, you messed up big time. You're a fucking idiot.
I got it from the
I know which one.
Really help us.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Yep. Yeah, he gave it away. He was an idiot.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
No, not that
He
one.
was on his way to go exercise.
So next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit...
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
That's wrong. Wrong.
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
For God's sakes, Juvia! How many times do I have to tell you? Calm yourself! For goodness sakes!
Huh? What'd I say?
You said blue tracksuit. They never specified the color of Chihiro's tracksuit, you ding-dong. Literally, you gave yourself away.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed headed toward the exit. Never once did Celeste mention a blue jacket. Never once did she mention a blue jacket.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you?
It's Mundo. He messed up. He gave... Bro, you were an idiot. That was so... You weren't paying attention, then that messed you up. You literally had a brain fart.
What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
What was it, Celeste? It even showed it right there. It's blue. You see it clearly right there. You see the... How can I say? The sleeve hanging. And that's a blue jacket with white stripes.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Cody, the main reason I was able to guess that is because they flashed that photo twice now. And the number one thing my eyes drew to when I saw that photo was the bag. And the number one thing I saw in the bag was a blue sleeves. Not to mention, Mondo said a blue jacket. When did Celeste ever mention a blue jacket? It was obviously shown in the picture, but it was never directly mentioned it was blue. Therefore, Mundo, you messed up! You messed up big time! You're an idiot, man. Honestly, that was disappointing. He screwed himself. He was an idiot.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
You're an idiot, my guy. You're an idiot.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
They already investigated long before, and besides, remember, the evidence for the bag and the jacket were gotten rid of. So how can you investigate something that's no longer there?
No, that can't be it.
See? What'd I say?
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
This was literally said twice earlier. Taka, pay attention.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
There you go, psychopath.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
Ha ha, nice choice of words, Cherry.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
How could he have carried the tracksuit in his hands if it was stuffed in the bag? Not to mention, Chihiro was literally hiding the fact that he was a boy. The fact that you would happen to be there by chance would ruin it. So, bro, that makes no sense.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
she stuffed the jacket into the bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. You said she was carrying the jacket in her hands. If she was carrying it, it would have been exposed. No, she was carrying the bag with what was in it was a jacket.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Juvia, of course it was blue. Blue is the best color ever. Well, I ain't even gonna fault you on that. Blue is one of the best colors ever. Chihiro noticed it. Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Yeah, he seriously did! He screwed up! He screwed up big time! Remember, guys, when I was investigating this, I was investigating days in advance before the trial. And I jot down everything that came up in the trial. I jot down everything that came up during our investigation. Because afterwards, when you were done, you can look at the bulletin. So I looked at the truth bulletin, and then I wrote down everything on my phone. So I pretty much put piece and piece together. Bam.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, the tracksuit. How can you focus on something when we don't really know anything about the tracksuit?
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't even peep that. So she purposely made him spill the beans? It was a strategy on Kyoko's part?
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
That was actually pretty smart. My God. Yo, Kyoko is scary, man. She can make you trip up if you're not on your toes. Oh my God.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put
Kyoko scares me, bro.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
That's so.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hated... I don't think it's because she hated him. The way he was acting, he is acting rather weird. The way he talked. Stuck between these two. In the beginning, he wasn't acting suspicious at all. It was only until the evidence was starting leading into the poster is when... Well, after slightly more into the poster is when they were suspecting him. That means this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. I'm going with this. Oh! Okay then. To be honest, that one I was kind of iffy about. That was kind of a... I was iffy about.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
What was that?
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Wow, he actually does do that. Really? You actually paid attention that... Oh my god. Yo, this girl is fucking smart, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to be on Kyoko's side. This girl is scary. She is really smart.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as Dude.
I didn't even peep that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even peep that.
You notice such a tiny
Yeah,
detail?
that kind of slipped me, to be honest with you.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
Yeah, she is. She scares me.
I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
True.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
It was him.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Bro.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
It's kind of went a little dry.
My time has nearly come.
The fudge? What?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
This guy, trying to be smart.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Spill the beans, buddy. You got something? Lay it on us.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man.
Yeah, just throw it out there. Every little thing is going to be useful. Even if it's nothing, it's better knowing that it's nothing than not knowing whether it's nothing or something. So lay it out on there.
If you really insist, then...
You might actually look smart for once.
Here it is.
You're right, Cody, you're right. I'm not gonna lie to you, that really did slip my mind.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook.
A broken
I found it
e-handbook.
laying on the ground, so
It looks
I
broken
picked it
to
up.
me. You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... No. Of course it's not yours. Chihiro's.
I got it!
Yep. Okay.
We know Chihiro's
We're on the right
was
track.
missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Yep, it was.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
Hifumi, okay, you got your spill. You can calm down now.
I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
How would it be busted? E-handbooks don't bust that easily.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after
You
the murder.
can't break a handbook.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so...
Monokuma said it himself.
You're right. They're not.
There we go, confirmed it.
They're totally waterproof and shock
Proof
resistant.
it-
It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken.
It's not
As is
functioning.
Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Okay, this might be a difficult one. How did the e-handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Hacking it. Once again, Monokuma mentioned it earlier, that it's impossible to hack. Otherwise, he would have detected it and something would have happened. So hacking it is a no-go. By hitting it in its, by exploiting a bug If he's putting this much effort into it, there can't be a bug. And bugging is a form of hacking. Therefore, no. I'm going with weak point.
I got it!
Thank God!
That the handbook has one weak point.
Because I didn't know about... Oh my God. Oh.
You remember that?
I believe the first one would have said no hacking. Yeah, I was sure on that one.
Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession, then...
There's a weak point.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Huh. Okay, that's new.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
He built it, so he should know it.
You're asking me?
Yep.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
True.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Yes, bro, we need to know. It's vital to the case.
Then allow
I don't
me
even
to
know.
make a special announcement. The weak point of my
thank goodness.
cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Huh. So, high temperatures for a long period make it go through a meltdown.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Huh?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The sauna? That explains it all. Who do we know that was in the sauna? That would explain how Mundo found out the weak point. That's all I need to know. The last ones we know that were in the sauna was Taka and Mundo when they had their little endurance contest. And during that contest, they were in there for a long time in the sauna. And I know what you're thinking. If that was the case, wouldn't you also think, like, wouldn't you maybe suspect Taka too? Because it was not just Mundo, it was Taka. When Taka was in there, he had nothing but a bath towel on. He had no clothes on him. Mundo had clothes on him. Therefore, the e-handbook could have been in his pocket the whole time. And before he knew it, he could have discovered that the handbook could have... Okay, I know now. I know how he discovered the weakness.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
By the way, I meant to say endurance, not insurance. My apologies for my pronouncements. Oh my god, I'm butchering words.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto
and
your
don't
skin,
worry, I saw...
you'd definitely get fried.
I saw what Doodle said. Doodle, calm yourself from saying specific things. But it's okay. I already figured it out before he even said it, so it's fine. Otherwise, if I saw that right now, that would have spoiled it. You said insurance. You mentioned it in the chat. You said it, which is insurance is similar to endurance. But like I said, I already figured it out way before you said it, so it's fine. But just try not to make too many obvious statements. Therefore, it gives off as a hint. You know? I know you were trying to make a joke, but you kind of gave me a hint when I said no hints or advice.
That layer of air
It's okay though, it's fine. I figured it out before you told me, so it's fine.
When you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Uh-huh.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Therefore, to remove the evidence that it was someone else, and that it was someone else. Chihiro's.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Yep.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it happened. That's how it went down. Oh, they were just referring to what I've already said? Okay.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
It wouldn't, because it broke when he was in the sauna. Therefore, you can only assume it was the sauna.
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Yep. I know who too.
Whoa. Seriously?
He was there when it happened.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
You know, yeah. He knows too. You know too, Taka. That's why you're riled up a bit. You know. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? Really, it could only have been one person. And that was Mundo. Reason why it was Mundo is because in that sauna room, he was fully clothed, while Taka was only wearing a bath towel. He couldn't have hid his handbook anywhere on him then. So yeah, it was Mundo that had his e-handbook in the sauna.
Here's my answer.
Got him! Called it!
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
Yep.
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because so much is leading to him.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep. I remember.
For the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
Would he?
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. Here we go. Broken e-handbook, always contest Chihiro's e-handbook. Caller leader. Okay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
Yep.
if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Yeah.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it's broken.
See? Look!
That one was actually
Makoto was
wrong.
wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Damn it. Bro. You only knew him because of a sauna situation, and then you became close to him. Before, you didn't care about him. Now, you haven't known the guy long enough to really make that statement. I know what it is.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
It was broken. He said it works fine. No, it's wrong. It's broken.
Your own handbook.
Damn it.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it! Fuckers! You blocked me!
Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Damn it! Those stupid things!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If what he said you broke your own, in other words, if then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, no, 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 no. Not gonna finish that. Not gonna finish
See?
that.
Look! Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Damn it. I know the answer, it's just those things. And I accidentally held the button.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own
There we
handbook.
go.
in other words, if not, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works.
No, it doesn't. It's broken.
No, that's wrong.
If you left it in the sauna, that means it would have fried. Meaning, if it fried, you needed to get another e-handbook in order to go into the boys' locker room. That would explain why his is fried. There's Leon's that's broken, and then there's Chihiro. That explains all of it.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Yeah, is.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
That's how he got into the boys' locker room.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
See, promise so someone else make. Promise so can someone else make Chihiro joke for me, please? I thought you were making Elfman ones, to be honest. Makes no sense though, man. Blah, blah. It makes sense to be Elfman make anime to react like he did. Oh god. Calm yourself, guys.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Yep.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually
Leon's.
Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
You can't. How can someone loan something to you if they're dead? He didn't. It wasn't loaned to him. He took it.
Well, here's
How many times is that going to get explained to you, girl? That was like literally said more than twice.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Yeah, like if they're dead, it doesn't freaking matter.
It's kind
I
of
would
a
think.
gray area, I admit. But
True.
no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
Well, what's it gonna be?
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Everything leads to you, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
This guy.
What's wrong, bro?
At least I don't have to worry about
on,
languages
tell me he's
anymore.
wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning.
Let's go for it.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh wow, oh awesome. So now we're nearing the end of the trial. I better freaking move it. I don't have much time. This goes there. I don't have much time. don't have much time though. This one. That goes there. That's where he came in. That should be it.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Let's see last. I still have a question though. Hopefully it can be explained. If not, you can DM me. What is it? We'll tell you if not. Yes, please! If you have questions, answer for me.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Because I'm trying to figure this out.
That something was a blue tracksuit.
Right.
You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Yep.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Yep.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Yep.
and attacked him.
Damn it! That was wrong. It was this.
Here's exactly what happened.
And it spilled, right?
And attacked.
Yes! Okay, I got that right. Okay, cool.
And that's where the blood stains.
Got it. Okay. That tripped me up a bit. Because I'm like on a short time. Kill Chihiro.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Gotcha. Yup.
which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Damn it!
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried. Then, removing the bloody...
Damn it! What am I missing? What the heck? Okay, so it's not that. Well, I still got a lot of hearts. Removing the poster. And then getting the e-card? Sorry guys, it's like I'm trying to meet a certain time frame.
Which is why then remove.
Oh my god. Well, it's a good thing I have a lot of hearts. So that wasn't it. What the freak? So it wasn't that. That never happened. That's wrong. No. Oops. What was this?
Here's exactly what
I mean, I just thought he went for the card. Sorry about it. What the hell am I missing? Okay, he rolled the carpet, he took the poster, he took Chihiro. Oh, I know what I missed. Okay, now I see. I know what I missed. Oh, I get it. I know what I missed. This is where I got it wrong. It's right there. That's what I mixed up. That's what I messed up. Okay, got it. That should be it. Yes. Okay, I was right. I don't know why. I don't know. That should have been obvious.
A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room.
Okay, I got that part. Took me a little bit, but I got it.
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yes, got it. I was right. I made the little mix-up there.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
For who knows why, because we still don't know why. Well, I don't know why. That's how he got the cord.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
But look though, it looks like he had the cord on him before he got there.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
Yep.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Got it.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Yep. Threw it in there. Got it.
And just as the
And it
killer
fried.
expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Got it. Yep. It was you.
Right, Mondo Errata.
It was you, Mondo. Complete. Once again, checkmate.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mundo is the killer. That I've already revealed it itself earlier in the trial. I have to do is check one item of his and everything will become clear. A new element has been added. Sure. Let's talk about the fever time and What? That's interesting. If you press the RB button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this rate, if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Press what? So you can push A, which is this, Y, A, Y, however you want, and destroy your opponent's verbal assault. Oh my god, this minigame again! Not this crap again! This is what kind of piss. This is what. I have a hard time at this. Will disappear me in my. Okay. Ugh! You're killing me, game! No, never mind. I have nothing would happen. I don't know what to worry about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Negan time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Yeah, have fun. Easy for you to say. Not this again. Moment of truth. No!
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Damn it! Oh my god, this crap. Damn! This is the one thing that kills me! No, 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 no. Don't lose a heart. Don't lose a heart. I swear to Christ. Don't lose a heart. Oh, this kills me. This is the hard part.
Is this really the end for all?
Hold up. Of course I'm gonna give it another shot. I almost had it.
To give up yet.
No, I got it.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
This should prove it once and for all.
If my thinking so far is right.
All it took me was a second try. That was good.
killer must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
He's gonna to admit to it?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Yeah, I knew. I knew you did it. Awesome! I got an A. Ooh, 93 coins.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
He's more of a man about it, I'll give him credit to that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's Mundo.
What?
Yeah, true, they would have voted for Byakuya if they couldn't prove Mundo guilty. Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mundo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're trending very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, looks like Mundo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain his behalf.
Actually,
the story of the murder of this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, press B. Hit the B button to No, I want to hear this. I want to know, because I don't even know. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. I'm sure some of us can relate to that. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like, as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. To stop the problems, now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy, because you pretend to be a girl. But no matter how tightly he wrapped his head up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. And as it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. I kind of feel bad for him.
Weak.
He must have had some assholes bother him. Once the killing game had already begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is the survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. That was his secret.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter what the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall apart. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have set him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. So at least he didn't want to say it in the moment, but he was trying to work up the courage to reveal it. That's why he was exercising. So no one can say you're weak even though you're a boy. No one will call him weak if he exercises and gets physically stronger. That way everyone will have to accept him as strong. Gotcha. That's why he exercised more. Damn, man. Well, why he did it in secret. He was waiting for the right moment. Till he felt he was mentally and physically strong. I gotta hand it to the kid. That's a lot to go through. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Yeah. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. He invited Mundo to help him. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to was Mundo.
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mundo, his honor would make him keep the secret. That makes sense. He didn't. Plus, Mr. Macho Mundo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always inspired to. Maybe talking to Mundo about it would help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mundo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mundo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mundo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mundo carried out from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he had done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it. but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if... That is sad. I know why he did it. He did it because if they were to discover that he died in the boys' locker room, that would have made it even more clear that Chihiro was a boy. By switching it, Mundo would retain Chihiro's secret. He didn't do it because he wanted to keep himself safe. Maybe could have been, but he did it more so because he wanted to keep his promise to Chihiro. He did it to keep Chihiro's secret safe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I respect him for that. I do respect him for that. Yep. As I just said. Damn, dude. Mundo may have killed her, but I have to admit, I don't say he was an asshole. At least he did that for him. He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mundo did all to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know. Okay, so he prioritized his secret above everything else.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having our embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know? Even if it is meant killing someone.
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, we're on the subject. Why don't I tell you that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mundo did? He killed his own brother. Are you serious? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about you, Mundo. Not after what Monokuma just told me. You killed your own brother? You disappoint me. But I'll refrain from further argument until I get the whole story. Mundo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. His brother, Mundo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mundo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mundo ever got on a motorcycle. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. Mundo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mundo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mundo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother, Mundo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mundo started to think about how he would have to take over the biker gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mundo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mundo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mundo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why... Are you serious?
I just...
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mundo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh my god... Okay, I take back what I said about Mundo. It wasn't his fault. The older brother sacrificed himself to save his little brother. Okay. Can I just chill? Not on stream, damn it. Not on stream. Okay, let me relax. I mean, let's be honest. His brother is way better. Bro, come on, man. You don't gotta sell Mundo that dirty. They both look good looking in their own right. You don't gotta do them dirty like that. Come on. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team. You and... I need a moment. God damn it, you had to get me in the feels with the brother and little brother thing. You had to do that, didn't you? You couldn't have done it anywhere else. You had to do it that way. I'm sorry, I just needed a moment. wasn't Mundo's fault. Well, look at it this way. Mundo was not responsible for his brother's death. It was nobody's fault. You want to know what Daya, his older brother, was doing? He was just doing what any older brother would have done. Been there for his little brother. Mundo is not to blame for what happened to him. He shouldn't blame himself for what happened to his older brother. Because his older brother knew what was gonna happen. But yet he still did it. Why? Because it was his little brother. It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. It wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. I'm sorry. It's just that got to me personally. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cry on stream. I didn't. It's just that got to me. He decided to hide the truth of what happened to everyone else in the game, in order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger, under the banner of the kid who had bested his big brother. He made it stronger for his brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. You have no fucking idea how badly I wanted to punch the piece of shit that made that comment. Don't you fucking dare sully a moment like that. Don't you even touch or even stomp something like that. Don't you even. I would I would beat the everlasting shit out of someone like that. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized. No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on this. You're a fucking piece of shit, you know that? Why would you? That is not something funny to even mess with. A secret? Bro, you went too far with that, you piece of shit, garbage, phony looking piece of garbage stuffed teddy bear. That is something you don't even touch. But yeah, knowing you, you wouldn't have any problem with that, wouldn't you? You heartless piece of... I'm done with this fucking bear. I used to thought he was funny. Not this time. Not fucking this time. Not this time. You don't mess with that. You don't ever mess with that. Mundo killed his... No, he fucking didn't, bitch. No, he didn't. No matter what, I couldn't let the other members find out. If that happened, everything would have been... Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I have been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So why? That's why I... Honestly, I don't even think I could blame Mundo. I can't blame Mundo. And Chihiro isn't to blame either. He's the victim. This is just fucking sick. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with a crazy fuzzy uneasiness and just started swelling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say after a while. That fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my... Okay, I'm trying my best not to make a joke out of this, but moving on. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. She's the same like Mundo. Mundo was harboring the secret of the truth about his brother's death. They're in the same situation. It's the same. I want to destroy the version of myself forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma tells us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
Why?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try to overcome it. It was a kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
Why?
Are you making fun of me?
What?
I am strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mundo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you.
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No. I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than... He cracked. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mundo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-hearted. God damn it! I don't want to hear you, you sick piece of shit. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past. For a memory. For that he killed another living human in cold blood. Oh yeah? Who drove him to that? He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. I don't want to hear that, you piece of shit coward. How about you come down here? Huh? How about you go through these trials, huh? And then we'll see who's the stronger one. I want to hear that I'm trying my best not to curse. I fucking hate this bear right now. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. Yeah, he's definitely a bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead. Say that again. Taka, me and you, pal. Me and you. We're on the same. I know exactly how you feel. I feel you 100%.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution?
Well now, well
That's
now,
what
well
I promised,
now,
right?
well
The
now.
blackened that disturbs the peace will become punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mundo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait. Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man.
Don't do this to me.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I kind of don't want to see this right now. What? The hell is this? What the hell are you... What are you doing? The Cage of Death. What the... What is he doing? Is he making him spin round and round until it messes his mind up or something? What happened to him? Mundo, what the fuck? He turned to butter? Was he moving too fast that it caused him to heat up so much that he turned to butter? That he melted? Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. And he saw him as a brother too. The worst part is they considered themselves brothers. Another murder. Another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Taka, careful. He's breaking. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya, don't even fucking start with me right now. I will fucking kill you. I don't even care. Like, if I was in that situation, I don't even care if like, I get killed. I won't stand for that garbage.
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that? Right?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this is a game, this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mundo's crime? That's what I want to know too.
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more... His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it. Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mundo coming out of the girls' locker room. So you knew! After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen... Byakuya, I want to punch you in the face right now. I literally wish it was you that was hitting the damn hand with the dumbbell. I'm sick and tired of this guy. So the cage was like a microwave? That's...
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right in the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would have livened things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have been revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. You want to come at me? Then bring it. I will gladly kill you. I will freaking murder you. Whether people find out or not, I don't care.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Not until I see you dead.
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Yeah, I'm done listening to your shit too.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? 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 Mean.
Damn it.
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Bro, you do realize the more you talk like that, the more people are going to target you, right? People are going to band together against you. No one is going to give you a chance. You do realize... sorry, just reading comments. Honestly, everyone should just ban against him, because now everyone knows he's going to use an opportunity to become blackened to the point to where it's almost they can't suspect him, and the one he's trying to look out for is Makoto, otherwise us.
Ooh, how exciting!
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand? Well, everyone's gonna do that, but you're not going to kill any of us.
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. That was cringy. Trying to break the fourth wall? I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Like for real, right? No, I'm agreeing with Julie. I'm just saying, who would? Okay, I'm asking all the females right now. If we, well, after seeing how Byakuya acted, like who and why? You gotta be a complete, like, more, well, never mind, Toko exists. Of course she would like that. She's crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a crazy person only. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mundo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game will still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. The hell's it?
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Who the hell's this?
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
What are you... Who the hell is this?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even... What? Are you talking about Sayaka?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Who is he talking to?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
What? Is the killer among... What? There's a mole.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
It's a guy.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
The body shape looks like a guy. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Measurements. Okay, calm down, buddy. Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean. The 16th, so there's a hidden one?
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic
the 16...
denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
The first move. Friends. The first move. 16th student and friends. Those are key words. There's a lot of mysterious crap going on. Chapter 2. Boy's Life of Despair. The end. We finished chapter 2. Now there is 10. No, wait. Was it 10 or 12? I thought it said 12. To be continued. We received his school uniform. Alright. I'm going to stop the stream here because we are already actually, I don't even know. How long has the stream been going on? Yeesh! It's about to get to 4 hours again. So we're 3 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. I'm gonna stop it right here and save. Afterwards, yeah, we're ending. Yeah, like I said, we're ending the stream here. That was possibly the hardest trial I had to do. That really was difficult to go through. Just because they went through the whole brother like situation, that got to me on a personal level. That actually, before I didn't, I was, that bear was like, I know that bear needed to go and he was wrong. but never have I hated a bear as much as I do right now. Like, I really despise that fucking bear. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you for joining me. It was, hopefully, I didn't meant to tear up. I swear to you, I really didn't meant to. It's just that whole story between, Daya and Mundo, the brothers, really got to me. What the hell? Oh. Oh, I just got it. It says, oh, Cody. Oh, since we're in the stream, guys, I just want to announce this right here, right now. Cody went through the trouble of sending me the game Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Literally just sent it to us right now. So can we all just, while we're still in the chat, can we all just hashtag thank you, Cody? Thank you for making this possible. I know you and me had kind of a bet going on to see if I would solve the case, but still, I have to thank you. Even if I did technically won the bet, still. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for sending this. You're always much appreciative. So guys, once again, make sure you give Cody your thanks. Please be grateful, and if you're going to see the streams, make sure you live a positive regard. Shout out to Cody, one of my mods in my Discord, on my channel, so on and so forth. So please make sure to thank Cody. It's because of him that this is even possible. So yeah. Thank you, Cody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream once again. And going on to questions before I ended. How did you guys feel about the whole Daya and Mundo situation? And what spurred him to commit that because no matter what you say, it's still murder. To commit that murderous act. Do you blame Mundo? Do you blame Chihiro? Or do you blame no one? And explain to me why. But say it in the comment section in the archives of this video. So don't say it here in the chat. And question 2, I'll say for question 2. If there's anyone you really want to kill right now in that group, or if you don't feel comfortable asking that, then you can change to this. If there's anyone you absolutely wish not to have any harm fall upon, who would it be, and let me know why. So yeah, so the question 2, you can use it 2 different ways. One way, who would you kill in that courtroom, and explain to me why. Question 2, who do you want to have no harm fall before them in that courtroom, and explain to me why. But yeah, that's it for the stream, guys. I'm going to close it off here. Appreciate you all for being here, and once again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's see. Let's see. So yeah, I was sorry guys, I was just looking through the comments. The chats. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to be heading out. Honestly, I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I'm gonna get myself something to eat, and I'll get some quick videos of Shiki afterwards. See you there. Peace.